got to have a formal dyslexia diagnosis, I'm afraid, before we can give them help. Maybe this is what you have been told by your child's school teachers, that they won't help them and they won't give them any extra support until they've had a formal assessment and a formal diagnosis. Now, these assessments, they can't be done at school. They're expensive and they can cost £500 plus. They can only be done by a qualified professional, such as an educational psychologist. Now, before having this test, I would really think, does your child actually need one? Because if the school is giving them help and they are improving and doing well, then do they really need to have a formal diagnosis? If the school is refusing to help without a diagnosis, well, that's wrong, because any child that is struggling, even if they haven't been formally diagnosed with dyslexia, should always be given extra help to catch up. Now, I was formally diagnosed with dyslexia, and this wasn't until I went to university, because I went to primary school in the 1980s, and things like dyslexia, learning difficulties just weren't talked about, and you were treated like you were stupid and you were thick, and I was even bullied by the teachers. So things have moved on a lot since then. So I had the test at university because by having the test, it allowed me to get extra funding for equipment, and it paid for me to have a dyslexia tutor. So that's one of the reasons why you may have your child formally assessed, because this diagnosis will follow them through life to college and university, where they can get that extra funding. So what about now? Well, I have put this card in the Dyslexic Mum Kit, which is all about formal assessments and any questions that you may have before you decide to arrange one. So it has questions such as, how much does it cost? Well, we know it's very expensive, it's £500 plus. It also answers questions like, why to take the test. Now, one of the reasons teachers may say that a child has to have a formal diagnosis is because they want the educational psychologist to give them ideas, give them recommendations of things that they can do to teach your dyslexic child. But again, very often in a school, they should have a special educational needs coordinator that should be trained already in how to teach a dyslexic child. So should be able to use these methods without the child having a formal diagnosis. So read through my card and read all the answers to some common questions about formal assessments before you make a decision if you're going to commit to that and pay that £500 plus.